Total alarm in the U.S. In 2025, measles cases have hit a 33-year high, over 1,288 infections, dozens hospitalized, and at least 3 confirmed deaths. Texas is the epicenter, with outbreaks crossing state lines and even entering from Canada. What's triggering this? Vaccination rates below safe levels, mixed messaging, and louder anti-vax movements. The public health system is trembling, and herd immunity is cracking. The chaos has already begun. Brace yourself. Under a staunchly pro-Trump, ultra-conservative administration, hostile to progressive ideologies and anti-globalist to the core, this public health crisis turns into a political weapon. The record measles outbreak plays straight into the government's hands. It feeds their narrative of mistrust toward global institutions like the WHO and CDC, painting them as outside meddlers. The system's failure becomes Trump's proof that he alone can fix it. His supporters see this as a reason to double down on border control, cut ties with global health mandates, and push for American autonomy in all aspects, especially public health. For the average American, this outbreak is a hard wake-up call. First, it's triggering an aggressive vaccination campaign. MMR boosters for everyone, including adults who thought they were already protected. That's a win for public safety. More secure travel, safer schools, and fewer risks for babies and immunocompromised citizens. Second, it fuels stricter border enforcement. No more open-door policies without medical checks, aligning perfectly with Trump's closed border philosophy. Third, it pressures states to pour money into frontline healthcare, especially for kids and underserved communities. Domestically, the consequences are sharp. Hospitals in outbreak zones are overwhelmed, quarantine protocols are back in force, and health workers are burning out or relocating. The CDC's credibility has taken a hit. Their own reports show most cases are in the unvaccinated or those with unknown status. Time.com. Meanwhile, school vaccine mandates are under fire. States like California, New York, and Illinois have dropped below the critical 95% vaccination threshold, down to 92-93%, sparking fierce debates on individual liberty versus public health. Globally, the U.S. takes a major reputational blow. Measles isn't unique to America, but the loss of its measles-free status, held since 2000, shakes international confidence. Competitors like Russia and China, along with global anti-vax movements, use this as ammo. If the mighty U.S. can't stop measles, why should anyone trust their pandemic advice? It weakens America's leverage in global health diplomacy and undermines any future efforts to lead on international medical coordination. On the flip side, the response could set a regional example. If Trump's administration pushes mandatory vaccinations and tightens travel requirements, countries like Mexico and Canada might follow suit. That means new border rules, updated airline policies, and international coordination that redefines how health emergencies are handled continent-wide. It's a geopolitical chain reaction, but wherever there's crisis, there's controversy. First, there's Robert F. Kennedy Jr., now Health Secretary, known for his anti-vax stance, who dismantled the Federal Vaccine Advisory Panel, ACIP, and downplayed the outbreak as not unusual, The Guardian. This puts him at odds with medical experts and reveals deep fractures in the national health response. Second, religious communities like the Mennonites in Texas refuse to vaccinate due to traditional beliefs, sparking cultural clashes and legal headaches. Third, some parents are pushing back against vaccine mandates, demanding privacy and freedom while fearing school bans or fines. Fourth, states are split. Texas refuses to declare a health emergency, while New York and Illinois ramp up mandates after school-based outbreaks. International eyes are watching nervously. Schools abroad are canceling trips to the U.S., Canadian tourists are delaying vacations, and Mexico is now inspecting health documents more strictly. Airlines and cruise companies are calling for updated MMR proof before travel. Trump may use this to justify tougher immigration and public health controls, but that contradicts his base's freedom-first anti-vax attitude. The result? A political tug-of-war between liberty and safety, playing out on the global stage. In the end, what most see as a health crisis becomes a strategic goldmine for Trump. It lets him undermine federal agencies, reinforce nationalist messages, and energize his base. For everyday Americans, it brings both benefits, like increased protection, and fierce debates over government overreach, personal rights, and public safety. The U.S. now stands at a crossroads, between science and skepticism, order and chaos, leadership and collapse. What do you think? Is the government doing enough to protect Americans, or is it overstepping its bounds? Should vaccines be mandatory, or does that cross a line? Share your thoughts in the comments. Have your family or community been affected by this outbreak? Do you believe Trump is capitalizing politically on this crisis? Your opinion matters. Whether you agree or disagree, jump into the conversation. Let's get loud, let's get real. Comment now and be part of this moment.